This is showing us that there is stuff in the air that should not be there, thanks to a tornado, a strong one, that's once again moving across Interstate 59 now. Next in line, after it gets past that Hammondville area, some other landmarks that this is going to go by if it's still on the ground. Near Mentone, all right, we got the Brow Park, and we've got Camp Laney. All right. This could go near you. It also could go over there right past the Seinfeld at Fulcor Forest and on the rocks. If you guys know where this stuff is, there's a bunch of cabins over here. This is a big campground area. I don't know if this is season for that, but you really hope there's not a bunch of RVs out in this area. That would be a worst case scenario. We're hearing from the Dekalb County Fire Department that there's major damage along Alabama Highway 75 at Lacey Road. Got trees down on mobile homes. They're starting search and rescue, and all of this is coming out of the Henniger area, which, likely took a pretty good hit from this tornado moments ago. Our catastrophic tornado emergency level warning is going to be allowed to expire in 6 minutes. We'll see what kind of replacement we get for that. They'll likely issue some sort of warning that goes over into Georgia. Wow.
A new PDS tornado warning.
Okay, so it looks like that extension is going to be a PDS tornado warning. We got the first half of that now, which is also in effect for Hammondville, Mentone, and Kaolin. We'll get the second half of that in a moment whenever the other warning office coordinates and does their polygon. I'm sure that we're going to get this extended into Georgia a little bit. Velocity continues to show a concerning signature. Correlation coefficient still shows that we have damage that's being done by the tornado. There's a chance that this is going to lift at some point here, but as of right now, I've got no real confidence to say that for sure this is off the ground. This is going over Interstate 59 now towards Mentone and Kaolin in Alabama. You've got to get to shelter now. We're hearing that the EOC, Emergency Operations Command Center in, I guess, Henniger is being activated. Lots of damage reports coming out of Henniger, Alabama. This is all happening in Alabama here with this tornado emergency and now PDS tornado warning. What you're looking at on your screen here is the supercell that has produced multiple tornadoes across Alabama. This is the same storm that produced a tornado in Huntsville earlier.
A new PDS tornado warning has been issued.
All right, there's your PDS tornado warning that goes out into Georgia now. Chattanooga County and Walker County, Georgia. You're under a PDS tornado warning as this storm is going to make it into Georgia and impact areas like Gulf Mountain, Neal Crossing, Harrisburg, Center Post, Welcome Hill, Treon, and Pennville. Take shelter now if you haven't already. You've got some time. If this thing, produces a tornado for that long, it'll be maybe 50 minutes from now before this gets all the way down there to Neal Crossing and Treon. If this produces a tornado for that long, you've got plenty of time to prepare now for that. Okay, once again, I'm going to go over this stuff again for you guys. If you're just now tuning in, you need to put on a pair of closed-toed shoes, get a helmet, some soft stuff, some pillows, blankets, whatever you've got to protect your head. You got to get into a basement or the most interior room of your house and put as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. Bring me with you on a charged phone or tablet with cellular connection. And you're going to want to bring clothes that you wouldn't mind getting wet. You want to put the babies in the car seat. You want to put the pets on the leash, and you want to bring them with you into your safe spot. And you want to make sure that you have whatever you need to be there for the next hour. And whatever you need to be able to evacuate for your home in the event where the walls have fallen down, if that makes sense. Not trying to scare you, and there's a good chance that this storm will dissipate before it gets to Trion, or at least stop producing a tornado. But if it doesn't, if you take all of those steps right now, if you are prepared, you've got a much better chance of coming out of this in a better situation than if you were to be surprised or rushed in the process of taking shelter. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey Ryan, I hate to say this, but the cell back behind to the north and west of our previous tornado emergency here is going to come out of the mountains here that Brad Arnold noted, and onto the Sand Mountain Plateau, which is where this tornado occurred, and numerous others have seemed to occur in a higher frequency right along State Highway 75 here, Rainsville notably, and now Hennigar and Eider and Flat Rock. I've seen it 1,000 times. So this storm is going to come out of the mountains and onto this same area here, where I'm not sure if the outflow boundary is too cold from the leading storm here, or if it will have the chance to do something similar in a similar environment as approaches these same areas once again, and perhaps just a little bit to the south. If it starts to pull in the boundary just like this last one did, then I hope we don't have to look at a similar situation here with that storm, but it will track in the same line here.
Thank you so much, meteorologist Andy Hill. Scottsboro, unfortunately, you guys are probably going to end up in another tornado warning here. And then also, unfortunately, we might have to really lock into this storm again if we start to see a similar situation unfold here. This looks eerily similar to the storm that just produced the damage near Hennigar. But we're going to hope for the best and hope that it continues to look disorganized. And we're also going to hope that this right here, this little outflow boundary, is way out in front of this thing on the next couple of scans. And for whatever reason, the storm isn't able to sneak in any warm air from out in front of that. Because if the rain-cooled air goes out in front of this storm, the tornado threat really decreases with it. Okay? We still have a pretty serious situation, though, down here a little bit farther to the south and east, once again with our PDS tornado warning. It certainly doesn't look as convincing as it once did, but we got to remember that we're a little bit farther away from the radar now. And we still see a velocity couplet. We still see, rotation. We still see debris. So I don't really have anything new to tell you other than this still looks like a pretty concerning situation for our folks here in Mentone. And it's going to go over towards Harrisburg and Neal Crossing next. It's going to cross the border here between Georgia and Alabama very soon. We are getting official reports now that there are multiple mobile homes turned over in Hennigar. There's people trapped with injuries. I think, once again, some very significant damage just occurred near